When your baby is dealing with diaper rash, you know how painful it can look, which is exactly why we need to help this mom and her baby who wrote, I'm a first time mom and I didn't expect diaper rash to be such a big deal. Every time I change his diaper, I see how red and sore his little butt is. He doesn't act like it's bothering him, but it looks really uncomfortable. Do you have any mom tips to help? Some things that I have found to work when I was going through that situation and my kids were in diapers is we did a combination of A&D ointment or Bordeaux's butt paste or the equivalent active ingredient. The one you'll want to look for is like a zinc oxide based ingredient. Now, I will say that with one of my sons, he did have like a bad reaction to the Bordeaux store brand butt paste, but switching it between A&D ointment and using the Bordeaux butt paste on certain situations, that definitely kind of helped soothe the diaper rash. But I also found that using Vaseline as a moisture barrier actually really helped. So I kind of started going that route as I became a little bit more of an experience as a mom, and just knowing that, okay, we were going to be in the car for an extended road trip, or when I was going to be putting them down for bed and they're going to be probably sleeping for 4 hours, not really knowing when they're going to go because they're a baby, and wanting to help just like provide a little bit more protection. Now, another thing that I have heard of is that if you're dealing with really bad diaper rash, like you want to get their butt as dry and keep it dry as much as possible. So some moms I have heard have used like a hair dryer on the lowest setting to, dry their baby's butt, and that helps or can help with diaper rash. And then, in the past, moms have used like baby powder. I'm sure if you're around my age, you remember kind of seeing those on the shelves. You could use baby powder to kind of help absorb any moisture. At least that was the thought when it was in use quite often with the previous generations from before me. But some additional things that you could do is to check their diaper more often. Like, obviously, they're going to get a diaper rash because they are sitting in moisture, however, that is accumulating in their diaper. So, removing that faster and keeping their skin dry is going to help prevent any diaper rash from occurring. Some moms I've heard have like question on, is my baby having a reaction to the wet wipes or the diapers that they're in? So you could try changing brands and seeing if that will help. I have had some moms say that they actually use like a warm washcloth or like a soft, baby, not baby wipe because you're using a baby wipe, but a softer cloths to wipe and care for their baby when they're having a diaper rash. When I was going through that period of diapers as a mom, and it will maybe sound a little bit gross. So if they had a diaper and it was really caked and crusted from their poop, and kind of like trying to clean them up was going to cause a lot of scraping or irritation on their skin, I actually took, and I know this is going to sound so disgusting, I took a wet wipe and I smeared Vaseline all over the wet wipe, and then I actually used that to clean their skin off because it broke down their crusted poop to be able to wipe them off a lot more gently than, just like using a wet wipe that did not have as much moisture in it to help facilitate that to be cleaned in a much more gentle manner. So I think that's kind of where some moms are saying, like, sometimes I would use a wet washcloth or a warm washcloth. But when I found myself that when I was in the middle of changing a diaper and there's a crusted poop everywhere, I didn't exactly want to like leave my baby there mid diaper change and then go and to get a warm washcloth. I didn't want to like put them back in the mess that I was trying to clean them up. So you can, make that decision on your own. Maybe you change your baby's diaper right next to a faucet and it wouldn't be an issue of putting them back into their dirty diaper. Um, so I will say though that if you are noticing that the diaper rash is really persistent, or it is just like escalating to the point where it might be causing an infection, because I think you can, I'm not a medical provider here, but I think you can even get like a staph infection. So if you are concerned and it is really persistent, I definitely would encourage you to seek out the advice of your pediatrician. They're obviously going to know the best option for you and your baby, especially if there's, as a mom, you have certain intuition and you're just like, this does not look normal. I need some medical intervention. So yeah, check with your doctor doctor if it is, severe or spreading or especially chronically reoccurring. But now it's your turn. So I would love to hear your thoughts and opinions on what worked for you. And if you have any other suggestions, please drop them down in the comments for other moms that may come across this episode. And if you would like to hear more similar conversations around babies and this baby stage that you're in, I'll link up a playlist for you to check out next. Well, I can totally relate because ugh, I don't know why I said that weird.